Okay, guys, well, we're going to get started. It's 5 after 9. Welcome to our team training night. It's Tuesday, January the 10th, and I'm super excited that you guys are here with me this evening. I have pretty much hidden everything on my screen except for the PowerPoint. And so if you guys chat in the chat box, I'll have to open it up, which is not a big deal, but if you have questions during this, you can most definitely use that. Our formatting for our team trainings for this coming year for 2017 are going to be a little bit different. First of all, I am using a microphone, so I'm hoping that you guys can hear me a little bit better without having background noise. And so that's one thing that we're doing. The second thing is I'm going to try and change things up a little bit. So not every week you're going to see my face. Sometimes you're just going to hear my voice, and this is one of those weeks. The other thing that we're doing with these team trainings is we are really trying to be intentional on what we focus on for the entire month. And so I posted out there this week the topics for the month, or the upcoming 3 months, I guess I should say. And this month, January, so for the next, we have 3 more Tuesdays after today, we're going to be talking about customer follow-up. Each week will be a little bit different. We are just going to kind of start tonight, and then we're going to continue to dive into the topic, give additional ideas every single week. And we're also going to be this month hopefully talking about some time management. And so that is the month of January. The month of February is going to be all about VIP customer groups and hostess of the month clubs. March is going to be about fundraisers and online parties. And then April will hit up social media and graphics. Now, of course, if you guys have training topics that you want covered, or you just have a question about a training topic, there's a couple of suggestions that I would have for you guys. I would first suggest to you all sorry, just lost my train of thought, to post it in our Sparkling Stars group, because that's what it's there for, guys. We're a team, and we're there to share and learn from one another. Obviously, if you know an answer or you've tried something, I'm going to encourage you guys to leave a message, leave a comment on the question that's being asked, because I am great at answering things. I love to answer them, but I know there's a lot of valuable information and a lot of smart people in our group and on our team, and you guys can help one another as well. The other thing is that you can definitely search for topics. So for instance, if you're looking to find out about graphics or fundraisers or hostess of the month clubs, if you type that in the little search box that's up in the right-hand corner of our Sparkling Stars Facebook group, you can scroll through all the posts that have been asked before, and there's a lot of valuable ideas and tips and tricks and things there too. So with that all said, I'm going to go ahead and get started with our topic for tonight, which is customer follow-up. And as you can see from the screen here, the quote below says the fortune is in the follow-up. One of the things that I like to do each year is really evaluate my own personal 31 Gifts business. And I like to think about what I want to improve. One of the things that I started working on in 2016 was my customer follow-up. And I wanted to continue to carry that through into this year, making it even stronger and really coming up with a system that I feel like will work for me and my personal business. Now, there are several different follow-up systems out there. Tonight, I'm going to share one with you. And this is the one that I have chosen for myself and my business that I'm going to stick to. If you are a newer consultant, I cannot stress this enough, that this is something I wish 6 years ago I would have begun implementing into my customer base and into my personal business. I think it would have made it even more significant deal. I would have seen things that I can't even imagine as far as customers and hostesses and things like that. And so I just want to encourage you that no matter where you are in your business, it's never too late to start the customer follow-up. I'm going to kind of share with you, if you're kind of like me and you watch this recording later, if you're further along in your business and you feel like you've been really neglecting it, here's how we can start. If you're a newer consultant, this is the perfect time to start something like this, and we'll go through it all. Okay, so let's get started. Maybe if my Okay, so the next thing I want to share with you before we really get into the customer follow-up is some sales statistics. These are things that are important to really reflect on and think about when we're doing customer follow-up. This is something that I actually have in a different format, but I have it written on my binder or printed, and I put it in the sleeve of my binder for my customer follow-ups. Now, tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about the system that I use or how I'm using this system as far as a binder goes. I will dive deeper into that next week, which is why I love the fact that we're going to be talking about this all month. So this is pretty much step one of customer follow-up. I think it's the perfect time to start it too, because it's a brand new year. It's time to follow up with all those customers we have had this past year. So some startling statistics that we definitely need to look at is that the first one is 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. So a prospect is either somebody who ordered something from you, somebody that, or not even ordered something from you, excuse me, that showed interest. But 48% of people never follow up with that person after they heard that they're interested in their product or their business. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and then they stop. So think about that. 25% of salespeople make a second contact, so they reach out to them 2 times and they stop. 12% of salespeople only make 3 contacts and stop. And only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. So these were some startling statistics when I started researching follow-up last year, and it's something that I definitely want to always keep in the forefront of my mind when I get too nervous to get on the phone or reach out to someone. Okay, so 2% of salespeople, or 2% of sales are made on the first contact. So that's something that we really need to make sure we're paying attention to, guys. We can tell people all the time, well, I've contacted them once or twice, but the next one is 3% of salespeople are made on the second contact. So if you've reached out to somebody who's shown interest in booking a party or buying a product and they haven't purchased anything the first time or the second time, well, only 5% of everyone that you contact is going to actually purchase something within those first 2 contacts. It does go up to 5% of sales made on the third contact, 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact, and 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. So we can't let ourselves get discouraged when no one is responding to us or they are not purchasing something or booking a party from us. It's not because, usually it's not because they don't want to, it's because we just haven't reached out to them enough because people are just super busy. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about following up with booking leads. So booking leads are those people who either fill out a piece of paper at a vendor event and said they want to book a party, or maybe showed interest in booking a party. There are people that you meet on the street that comment on a tote or a bag or a wallet that you're carrying and are interested in learning more about 31 and booking a party. There are people that maybe you've met on social media. There are people at work. And so this is kind of talking in regards to those type of leads. The first thing is, now is not a good time to book a party. They may say now is not a good time to book a party, but I may be interested later, right? So these are those type of leads. So basically what we need to do is we need to get more information from them, and we need to plan to follow up. We need to have a system to follow up. It's really easy to get their information, but we need to make sure we have a plan of when we are actually going to do it. So for instance, you may say to this, maybe it's a mom whose children are in baseball, when is baseball over? Because she's already told you she's interested, but just now is not a good time. The baseball mom might say the last week of August, baseball's over. So then you say, well, why don't I call you in early September to get your party booked? Okay, now we've already confirmed we're going to contact her in early September. Now we need to make sure we do it, and we need to make sure we follow up, right? So even if you don't get a response when you check back with them, we need to continue to check back with them. We need to check back with them every 1 to 2 months. That's kind of my rule of thumb. And this is something, guys, I've not been good at. I'm just being honest, but it's something that we as a team can work on and do better at. So something that you could say to her is, hey, blank. Hey Barb, I hope everything is going well for you. I'm offering a free gift to all my party hostesses this month just for hosting a party. They're only 30 minutes and are quick and fun. Would you be interested in hosting a party this month? Now this example here is more in regards to hosting like a 30-minute Facebook party. But you could do any type of party, letting her know that, number one, it's quick and easy. So basically, I'm offering a gift to my party hostesses for booking a party. Now, I tend to do this type of stuff when the months are a little bit slower for my own personal business. So January is one of those months I typically do offer a free gift. If I have not contacted her in a couple months, I'm going to reach out to her and offer this to her again. She doesn't have to know what the gift is. The gift could be something that I've grabbed off the dollar bin in Target, or something that I've picked up in business supplies, or a product that is retired and I just have extra of. And so basically just letting her know that you are still there, you're interested in hosting or getting a party set with her, and what you have to offer her, because you just never know. Okay, so following up with hostesses. So one of the things I want to talk about in regards to this is if you treat your party hostesses right, they will host parties again and again and again. And they're also going to refer their friends to you as well. So in regards to the thing I just shared, and this, I'm just suggesting that you offer special discounts or gifts with purchase, exclusive sales, etc. to your hostesses that not everybody in your customer base is going to get. Our hostesses, at least my hostesses especially, not especially, but my hostesses, for instance, are my cream of the crop. They are ladies that I can count on no matter what. I know that if I need something or I'm working towards a goal and I reach out to them, more than likely, a lot of them are going to either host a party for me because they love me and love me as their 31 consultant. They love being spoiled like I spoil them, and I don't break the bank doing it. I just want to encourage them and, celebrate them. And if they can't help themselves, they will reach out to their friends and see how they can help me as well. So we need to make sure we're always following up with our hostesses. So if you have hostesses from last spring, right, we need to be reaching out to them and letting them have first dibs at the new catalog. That's super important. My hostesses, for instance, know that if they didn't order from the outlet sale, they don't need to worry. I don't even need to ask them. I know they want a new catalog and they're going to get one in the mail. It's just that simple. I am going to treat them like their royalty. All of my other customers, of course, I will ask them if they want a catalog or if I can send them a link. But I'm not going to pamper them the way I'm going to pamper my hostesses, and I'm definitely not going to be continuing to follow up. If you can treat them right, again, guys, they will party again and again, and it will be continued business for you with those hostesses. When it comes to following up with customers, so here's some things that customers have said about consultants that they have met at parties, and this is kind of startling to think about. Number one, I haven't used my product. I didn't order the right thing and needed something else, but I never heard from the consultant again. Or I didn't even know whether the consultant was still in business or not. Or I lost her number and I ended up going with a lady I know from Facebook from my other orders. Or I'm put off because I go to the party and connect with the consultant and then I never hear from her again. Guys, this is happening over and over again, and it's not just with us. Put yourself in your customer's shoes. Think about another direct sales business, for instance, and you go to a party. Maybe you've been to a party recently. When is the last time you actually heard from that consultant to see if you really love your products? The reason I know follow-up is so important is because I also know that it is going to make us stand out from the rest of the crowd. The scary thing is that if you don't follow up, like it says, this person didn't realize I've had a consultant say to me, I didn't know my consultant, they thought I was out of business because I stopped kind of doing my business and I wasn't following up and talking to people. Guys, this is something that happens, and so we're going to help prevent that by creating a system for follow-up. Okay, so the system for follow-up. Now, this is not my system. Let me just state that right now. This is not my system at all. And, oh my gosh, I just lost our train of thought. So hold on just a second. This is called the 2 + 2 + 2, or the 2-2-2 method of follow-up, okay? And this is from Belinda Ellsworth, and she is Step into Success. She actually spoke at conference a couple of years ago. And I know a couple of leaders with 31 that use this system. 31 has also put out a system a few years ago called No Lead Left Behind. It's a little, for me, it's kind of this, it's not exactly the same. But this system just kind of simplified things for me, and I decided I can handle 2, 2, and 2. So here's the deal. Belinda Ellsworth, you can look her up on social media if you want to, but her method of follow-up estimates show that this method can increase a consultant's income by 50%, guys, just by following up. Not finding new customers, just by following up with your customers you have. That's huge. So if you don't follow up, guys, we're leaving money on the table, and we are definitely losing lifelong customers. So the 2 + 2 + 2 stands for 2 days, 2 weeks, and 2 months. So we're going to go over each of those and kind of the ways to follow up with each of them. Maybe. Okay, so the 2-day follow-up, pretty simple. This is a red stamp picture on this graphic here. You can get them on red stamp. You could create a little graphic yourself that says thank you. Excuse me as I yawn. You could also call someone, call a customer if you want to, but we're going to do this 2 days after they order. So whether they order on your website, they order on a party, and you close the party, it doesn't matter. 2 days, we got to follow up. So the purpose of this 2-day follow-up is to do nothing more than thank them. That's simple. We should be doing that. That is simple. We're not asking them for a kidney. We're not asking them to even book a party. We're just simply saying thank you. So we need to remember that when somebody orders from us online or they order from a party, we need to stay things that we think about stay on top, or we do stay on top of our mind for at least 2 to 3 days. So that's why we say 2 days. So I'm going to share the system with you of how I do this though. If it is a retail order, so if it's somebody who placed an order on my website, I know later than 2 days. So I usually try to do it the day after I have gotten the email in my back office, I've gotten the email confirmation from my back office. I will forward that email on to my customer, but I make sure this is something I did every day. I can confidently say that, yes, I was committed and I did the 2-day follow-up every single time I had an order last year. And I can tell you, I really saw a difference. Where I lacked was the 2-week sometimes, and then the 2-month for sure. I lack at that. So we're going to talk about all of those. Okay, so the 2-day follow-up continue. We have to figure out the best way to contact your customers, right? So here's an example for a call. I will be honest, my 2-day follow-up, I am not calling. Typically, I'm emailing, I'm Facebook messaging, or I'm texting. And it depends kind of how I've been in touch with the customer already. But this is a call example. So you could say something like, "Hi, Sue. This is Dana. I wanted to say it was so nice meeting you at Barb's house and wanted to say thank you again for your order. The party has been submitted and should arrive within 10 to 15 business days. We always want to under-promise and over-deliver, girls, to your customers." So if you have any questions in the meantime, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. That is a simple phone call. Simple. Simple. And what I think I'm going to try and do more often this year is really do voice calls on day 2, because it may strike up a conversation of something else, and that just gets them used to hearing your voice. So that's a call example. Now the email or the text example. So let me share with you this one. So this is pretty much the word for word, the way I do it when an order comes in online. through my website, whether it's a party order or a retail order. It says, "Hi Sue, I wanted to thank you for your order," or if it's an online order, you could say online order, "for so-and-so's party. I really appreciate it. You will be getting another email from me with your tracking information as soon as your order ships. It should be around 10 to 15 business days. Please let me know if you have any additional questions. I appreciate you. Thank you again, your 31 Gifts consultant, Dana." I always sign my emails with that. And then what I've started doing is putting PS. I have a VIP customer group that I would love for you to join. Here's the link, and insert my VIP Facebook customer group. It's super fun, and I share the latest and greatest news, specials, sneak peeks before the public gets the info. Can I add you? I like ending it with a question because she may not click on the link, but if I ask her, "Can I add you?" at the very end of my email or my text, guess what? She's more likely to respond, and then I can add her. I want to continue to add new people into my customer group, so that's why that is on there. Another example is a Facebook message. So a Facebook message for me is somebody who I don't really know, but may have placed an order on a Facebook party. So for instance, I did several Facebook parties with people out of state or out of the city that I really had never done a party with before. So as the ladies came in to the party and participated and placed their orders, I sent them a friend request on Facebook, and then I would send them a message similar to this about their order. "Hi April, thanks again for your online order for Jessica's party. I would love to stay in touch. Would you like for me to add you to my VIP customer group so you can stay up to date with all the new stuff, find out about outlet sales, and have access to specials I run?" So that's kind of the quick Facebook message I'd send her. And then I would also send her an email forwarding her the order confirmation. So it's just an extra step I decided to do, but that's just something that really worked well for me. If they're on Facebook and they're ordering from a Facebook party, I'm going to communicate that way. I still like to forward the email, and usually in my Facebook message, though, I do let them know that I'm forwarding you your order confirmation. Just wanted to make sure you're on the lookout for it or something similar to that. So, but again, the 2-day follow-up is nothing more than thanking them, guys, and possibly inviting them into our VIP customer groups if we have created one. Okay, so 2 weeks later. So this is something that we have to ask ourselves. Has she received her product from the hostess, right? Has the product been delivered? If no, then we need to contact them either via email, text, phone to give them an update on their order status. So here's an example that says, "Hi Sarah, wanted to give you a quick update on the status of your 31 Gifts order. I checked with our home office and it was shipped yesterday and should arrive to so-and-so on Tuesday. I'm looking forward to following up with you after you receive it to get your feedback." That's super important to put in there, guys, because we want them to know that we're going to be contacting them again. If you have any questions regarding the order status, please let me know, okay? Simple. We can do that over the phone, or we can also call them, leave a voicemail, or text them, or Facebook message them. If they have received their product from the hostess, then we should confirm with our hostess first that all orders have been delivered prior to contacting them. Now, if the order has been delivered to the customer, then we should really try and contact them via phone. And I know it's kind of scary, but it's true. Because we want to say, "Hey Sarah, I wanted to give you a call to see if you had a chance to see your new 31 products or use your new 31 products yet." And you can even use their specific product name if you want. If she answers not yet, then you would want to say, "I hope you can take some time over the next few days to get out and use it. Remember, we have a 90-day warranty, so I would love for you to use it as soon as possible to make sure everything is satisfactory." If the answer is yes, awesome. So what are your initial thoughts? Have you considered adding some additional items to your set or even hosting a party to earn some products for free? Maybe that product or that pattern or something is on special that month, and you could even mention it in that little segment. Now, a quick side note about the 2 weeks later. I want to go back to the 2-day. The 2-day, this is especially for online retail orders, anybody who places a party order but doesn't have it shipped to the hostess, and then my hostess, okay? So we always get a notification from the home office when somebody places an order. We also get a notification when the items ship. So the 2-day is when I notify them and send the order confirmation when I've received that email from home office saying, hey, somebody placed an order on so-and-so's party, or somebody placed an order on a retail order. When the tracking comes, and let's just talk about, not talk about the hostesses, but let's talk about anybody who's placed an order on your website. When the tracking comes into me, I make a point. I don't care if I'm at 2 weeks, I'm at 1 week, it doesn't matter. I am sending them that order tracking number and another quick email. I do 2 emails. So I guess you could do 2222 system, but I'm sending a second email with their tracking information. Now, if they're on Facebook and I feel like they won't care and I have a relationship with them better on Facebook, I just send them, hey girl, your order has shipped. Guess what? Here's your UPS tracking number, and I copy the tracking number and I send it to them. But I always make sure they know when their order has shipped, so that they're aware of it. Same with my hostess. When the party order ships, I send them the tracking number. Now, after that's been received, though, we really do need to be checking in with them to make sure they've received their products. So you could do one of 2 things. What I think I'm going to do is do my 2-day follow-up. Then I'm going to send the tracking number. Then I'm going to track it 2 weeks out from that. And then I'm going to make this 2-week contact with them, making sure they've got their products, they're using their products, letting them know about the 90-day warranty. You can choose whatever you want to do, and I'm going to be making these screens into JPEGs, and they will be shared on our team group tomorrow, so you guys will have all of this wording too. But that's just up to you. I like to take that extra step, giving them their tracking number, and then what I want to do 2 weeks after that is then follow up here. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so the 2 weeks later continued. Again, this is for retail order shipped. You could send an email, same kind of thing, like what I was talking about. This is when I would send the tracking info though. So this would be that example. Hey, Sarah, your outlet order has shipped. Below is the tracking info for you. Do you have any questions about your purchase that I can answer for you? If I haven't added her to the VIP group, or she hasn't responded about that, I'm going to send another reminder about it and just say, I would love to add you to my VIP customer group on Facebook. This is where I share sneak peeks of new products and specials. Here's the link. Would you like to be added? And then again, thanks again. I appreciate your business. Your 31 Gifts consultant, Dana. This may seem like a lot, guys, but once you start to put together your own personal system, what you can do with the way that these things are worded is you can actually copy them several different places. You can copy them and create a Word doc, so you just copy and paste. I have a template, email template I have created on my email, so it's very easy to copy, paste into an email, edit the name, edit anything about products or anything like that, so that I'm always sending it. I also can add this to my notepad on my phone and send it out via text or Facebook that way too. So it's pretty simple. Yes, Ashley, next week I'm going to cover more of how I'm tracking of who I've contacted and followed up with. I wanted to start first with the whole follow-up system. Then next week, I'm going to show you what I'm using. Now, some people actually use Excel. Trello is another one. And then I'm a paper girl, so I need a binder. So what I'm doing is using a binder. And like I said, next week, I will show you all of that. So basically, the way I looked at it when I was putting this training together is that we're in the first 10 days of January. I'm starting fresh with those women who are starting to place orders with me this month as a brand new year. And so basically the only thing I've done for the girls, I've had 2 orders come in so far, is I've sent them their order confirmation. Nothing has shipped yet. So I figured we were good for right now. And then next week, once we dig deeper into the month, I'll show you my binder and stuff. So that will all be next week. So good question. Okay, so the 2-month follow-up is when we want to contact our customer, we need to find out, like, how do they want to be contacted? Do they want to be contacted via email, text, Facebook, phone, mail, whatever way you're comfortable and you know your customer is comfortable. I know the phone is scary, and it's totally scary to me. I am not a phone person, I will be honest. But I also know that I've got to make myself stand out compared to all the other consultants that are out there, and especially to my newer customers. And I want them to feel special and let them know that how much I appreciate them. And I know by even following up via a Facebook voice message or a voice text or something along those lines will make myself stand out and let my customers know they're appreciated. Email gets lost, guys. That's the truth. Email gets lost. And so we have to really take some time. That 2-month follow-up is something we've got to figure out what you personally want to do. What the 2-month follow-up should be is we need to thank them again for their purchase. We need to remind them of the 90-day warranty. So this is 2 months after the 2-week follow-up, okay? We need to inform them of the current customer specials, offer them a new catalog if we're in a new catalog season, and we do need to invite them to host a party. Super important that we do this. So some of the words to say are, hi Sarah, it's Dana with 31 Gifts. I wanted to touch base with you about the items you ordered online or you purchased at so-and-so's party. It's been 2 months since the party and wanted to make sure you're still loving them. Then if you've jotted something down on her order form or you know something about her that she's interested in, you could say something like, I remember that you said at the party that you were a teacher, and I wanted to share that our current special this month is perfect for teachers. Would you be interested in learning more about this month's special? Pretty simple, right? And then something else you could do instead of that, if you didn't know anything particular about this person, is just let her know, hey, our new spring summer catalog just launched last month and I wanted to see if it's okay to send you one. And then at the end, even if she said she's not interested in hosting a party, you do need to come up with some words. But this is, for instance, if she did, you said at the party that summer is a better time for you to host your own party. I'm currently booking June parties. Are you ready to get your party scheduled? Pretty simple, right? Pretty simple. If she, for instance, said if she's never mentioned being interested, say, hey, I don't know, I've never really gotten a chance to ask you this, but I wondered if you would be interested in hosting your own party and earning some products for free. Pretty simple statement. Okay, so some tips for the 2-month follow-up. It says but it should say ask everyone if they want to host a party. They're not going to get upset with you if you just ask them, right? How many people do you ask? Probably not everyone that's at the party. Sometimes we let fear take over. Sometimes we think, oh, they would never be interested. But the truth is, we don't know unless we ask and offer. We also need to ask about the opportunity. So the opportunity to join. Guys, we have 3 kits, brand new kits that start on the 16th. It is the perfect time to follow up with all those customers and say, hey, if you could use something like, our new spring summer catalog is launching next month, and I wanted to see if it's okay to send you one. And then what you could say is, I'm booking my February parties, wanted to know if you'd be interested. And then say, and I don't know if you or anyone you know is looking to make some part-time income, but we have an incredible offer of just joining for $31 the 16th through the 31st of January. Something to that effect, something along those lines. And like I said earlier about email, we have to remember about our customers. Their email inboxes are already full. And she has thousands of other messages competing for her attention every single day. So it's important to make sure that what you have to share is actually worth sharing and that it will leave her feeling educated, supported, and inspired, right? Super important. Okay, so the method after the madness is once you've done the 222 follow-up, then the next method is to continue to check in with your customers every 1 to 2 months to see if there's anything they need or anything that you can help them with. 70% of people feel they need to attend a party or be in touch with a consultant to place an order. And so it's our job to continue to reach out to them, let them know about the new specials, the new things that are going on, and let them know that we are still in business and that we would love to be there, continue to be their 31 Gifts consultant. Pink bag calls or customer follow-up calls are one of the most important ways that we can offer that pink glove service. They're easy, fun, and they're a great way to reconnect with our hostesses and our customers at the party, after the party. This is going to give us a chance to thank them, make sure that everything looks good, especially if they had something embroidered, and make sure that they love their purchases. We need to do whatever we can to ensure that pink glove service and make a strong connection with her. We won't feel so overwhelmed to book parties, or not even book parties, but feel like our calendar is empty if we continue to do the customer follow-up. That is one of the big keys to success. This is one of the things that will continue to carry our business. Yes, of course we want new customers and team members, but the more we can continue to follow up and remind people, hey, I'm your 31 Gifts consultant, and thank them and let them know they're appreciated and inspired, this, I promise you, will give you more referrals from your customers as well as additional sales and parties. Okay, so following up with potential teammates. So this is somebody that is looking to join your team or possibly has mentioned interest. If you're not friends with them on Facebook, I would encourage you to add them as a friend. And I would encourage you to kind of do the 2-2-2 method with them. And ask a couple of questions. Hey, Sarah, did you get a chance to check out the site link that I sent you? What other questions can I answer for you? I know, for instance, Martha this evening had messaged me and stated that she was going to be talking with someone on the phone. And this person, surprisingly, out of the blue, said yes, she was interested in hearing more about 31, and Martha wasn't expecting it. Martha's message to her was, hey, Susie Q, this is Martha from 31. I had never heard back from you, but just wanted to check in and see how you were doing. We start a new catalog on February 1st, and this is the perfect time to sign up. We have 2 different kits to choose from now, and this catalog is awesome. Would you like to talk more about this? The one thing I will encourage you all to do as you're doing the follow-ups and reaching out to people is always end with a question. That's so important because that gives them a reason to respond. If we don't end with a question, it gives them no reason to respond to us. The same thing goes with our customers and our hostesses. Oops. And I think that's it. Did you guys have any questions about any of this? Let me go back to the beginning. Customer follow-up. Any questions for us tonight? It's about 9:42. Find my chat box. Like I said, I'm going to go, and I noticed a couple of mistakes on these slides, so I'll edit them tomorrow, and then I will be sharing the slides so you guys have all of the wording. And then next week, we're going to continue the customer follow-up. We're also going to be talking about a little bit more about customer service, and I'm going to show you the binder and the system that I've just restarted and how I'm planning on keeping myself organized. And so, like I said, don't be afraid to do this. The thing is we just got to start. We got to start somewhere. So this is, I think, the perfect thing to start with, starting a new year. So it's not pretty, Ashley. I was working on it this weekend. I've really tried to do the No Lead Left Behind last year, and I've tried different systems. I just haven't found one that really works for me. So, and like I said, the biggest thing that I implemented in 2016 was really just making sure I did those 2-day follow-ups and kind of the aftermath of once it ships. But I never really checked to make sure there was love in the products. And I know that can just take my business even more to another level, which it can do for you girls as well. So I'm excited to really put this into full force this year and see how it takes on a new life of its own with my own business. And I hope that it will do the same for you guys as well. So if there aren't any questions, I just want to thank you guys for getting on tonight. I love spending time with you, and the recording will be up tomorrow, and we will talk more next week. You too. Good night.